I don't think most women can actually genuinely understand how lonely the majority of men are.
Yeah.
And you need to truly understand, if you're Joe Schmo, average in nearly every way, in Starbucks working, you ain't getting a DM ever. You girls will never be lonely. As much as you might be unhappy with the possible suitors, you can at least fuck about and flirt if you feel sad. Yeah. There are men out here in the world who have genuine loneliness. And I can prove this statistically. Why do you think it's all the men killing themselves compared to the women?
But could we blame this on lack of communication?
No, we're going to blame this. No. I'm just saying to you.
I'm just asking. I'm just very curious.
The men
He's
with
telling you right now.
The men with absolutely zero partners, do you know what they try? They certainly try communication. They're trying. You're just ignoring their DMs.
Thirsty.
Trust me, they're trying communication.
Yeah.
The reason is that we have to understand we live in a world now. And we've always lived in a world where women have a natural inclination to align themselves with the top tier males. I can prove this to you. You see these chicks, they see a rapper in the club. They want to fuck with the rapper. Do you think they believe that rapper is loyal?
No,
they don't give a fuck. He's the Don. That's the game. It's always been the game. It still is the game. So when we're talking about how it's harder for men than women, we're talking about the vast majority of men. Because you women, because you're all beautiful and you're all smart, most of you only interact with top tier males. So you're like, well, I have these problems, but he has all these bitches because he's a G. Most men ain't shit. You know that. If you think about it, most men ain't shit. Go walk down the high street. Tell me how many of them stand a chance with you. Usually fucking zero. Most men are desperately lonely. Desperately. So you want to sit here and talk about the struggles of life as a woman. There are men out here. The male suicide rate is so many times higher than women for a reason.
Of course.
The life as an average man is brutally depressing. And I'll tell you something. I don't consider myself an average man. I'm a very successful man, right? I have a few genetic gifts. I've worked very hard. I have financial, not gifts. I worked for them, right? I've got accolades. I've got everything, right? My life's great. But life as an average man, Joe Schmo, is literally fucking horrible. And I don't think most women understand this, because you know what the biggest problem about being an average dude is?
What?
If you're an average dude and you work in KFC and you ain't shit and you get a chick, you know what the problem with that is? That means your chick fucks average dudes. Bam. So now everybody's competition.
Bam.
That motherfucker at McDonald's.
Why is everybody competition? Because you would have to stay within
what
your
if she's
standards.
in love with you and you're in love with her?
Because why would someone go above their standards or less than if they don't deserve that?
I'm going to tell you. When you're a big G, you're hard to replace.
Of course.
But if you're literally Joe Schmo, it's unfortunate, but it's true. You're relatively easy to replace.
But there are women in that. There's women who will take you and fully
complete. Okay, so let me change the paradigm so maybe you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Please, my dear, of all the things I am, the last is narrow-minded. Please listen. If you have Joe Schmo and his chick, Joe Schmo gets 0 DMs a year and possibly 1 chick a year who might talk to him. His average ass chick, her inbox is still full.
Bam.
She still has unlimited options. Maybe they ain't great options, but she still has options. And this is the point. This is why men struggle in breakups more than women. How many times have you been with a guy and after the breakup, he's blowing up your phone? Do you know why? Because you can go out to the club the same day and get a new guy. Even though that guy was still a cool dude, he's going to be lonely for months now. That's why he's blowing up your phone. It is harder as a man. It's a harder game as a man from head to toe. It always has been. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not saying it shouldn't be. You women are the prize. Fantastic. Good. You're the one who can have the babies. Great thing. But when we're sitting here talking about, oh, it's hard as a chick, it is 1,000 times harder for men. And we're talking about G's of the game. If I were to sit here and send 100 DMs, right? I've got a few followers. I got cars, money all over my page.
Hundreds of thousands of followers.
I got a blue tick, right? I'll still only get 40, 50% reply. Okay. Imagine I had 300 followers in a Toyota. It's 0%. You guys don't understand. These guys are operating at 0% reply rate. 0. And it's fucking hard.
And you know what the funny part is?